All right, so what we're going to talk about tonight, I'm going to share a lot of stuff about selling a product, building a brand, building influence, breaking down the trust. I'm going to show y'all about that because the number one reason why people won't come to your school, won't do business with you, won't purchase your product is they don't trust you. So I'm going to share a lot about how to break down that wall, how we can remove that wall with people not believing, not knowing, not trusting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share a lot of notes with you all tonight. So first thing I want y'all to do, I want y'all to write down the word time collapse. Time collapse. And what I mean by time collapsing, there's 24 hours in a day. There is 1,440 minutes in a day. There's 86,400 seconds in a day. Now, if we work a job, when we work, we get paid. When we don't work, we don't get paid. So think about that. So what we want to do, how can we time collapse? Let's talk about time collapsing. That's mainly cheating time. How can we cheat time? Imagine this. We know there's 24 hours in a day. Now, if we set up an online business, it's going to work 24/7, 365. Now, for an online business, all we need pretty much is an internet connection, maybe a computer, a cell phone, for you all on Instagram, social media. So how are we going to time collapse? Think about that. How can we work 24/7, 365 on autopilot? Well, we can have a computer. But if you set up an online business, imagine if you had 10 online businesses. We'll just say 10. That's a lot, but I want to share something with you all. There's 24 hours in a day. And I want y'all to write down 10 online businesses times 24 hours in a day. Now, 10 times 24 is 240 hours. Okay? We got 10 online businesses, 24 hours in a day. So now we're working 240 hours a day. A lot of people say, well, you sit at home and you don't really do any work or whatever. I am working, y'all. It's just, this is what's working for me. So if you got 10 online businesses, I'm working more than anybody. I'm putting in 240 hours a day, 24 hours in a day times 10 online businesses. That's a lot of work. Now, if you're working 240 hours a day and 99.9% of the other world is working 8 to 10 hours a day, think about that. This person working 240 hours a day, this person working 8 to 10 hours a day. Now, bring out our calculator. 240 hours a day. How many days in a year are there? Can somebody put in the chat box, how many days are there in a year? Okay, somebody put in the chat box. Well, I don't see anything. Okay, y'all putting it in, Kim G 365. So if you do 240 hours a day times 365, you know what that comes out to? 87,600 hours. That's what that is. I'll put that in there, 87,600 hours in a year. In a year. Now, can somebody tell me the average amount of hours people work per week? Usually 40 hours a week, that's the average. And how many weeks in a year? It's 52 weeks in a year, but the average person takes off about 2 weeks for Christmas, Thanksgiving, or whatever. So we're going to say 40 hours a week times 50 weeks, because about 2 weeks we're not working. Christmas, Thanksgiving. So 40 times 50 is what? Does anybody know? Let me put that in there. That's 2,000. So now, y'all have 10 online businesses. working 24/7, 365. You putting in 87,600 hours per year, while everybody else is putting in 2,000 hours per year. Okay? Think about that. So now, 87,600 hours. So if we go 87,600 hours divided by the 2,000 hours per year that the average human being is putting in, it would take them 44 years to clock 87,600 hours. Okay? Basically, to take them, for what you're putting in 1 year, it would take the average human being 44 years to clock that many hours, working 8 hours a day. That's called time collapsing. That's why I got so deep into this internet and started studying that and learning and paying whatever I had to pay to master it. So now think about this. Well, how'd you come up with the 44 years? 87,600 divided by the 2,000. See, the 2,000 into the 87,600, that's 43.8 years. So that's 44 years. So how can we time collapse? That's how we time collapse. Now, I want all of y'all to close your eyes. Now open them. Those 240 hours per day, we're doing those while we sleep. That's why it's important for all of y'all to have an online business, to take your gifts, talents, and expertise and put it online. Knowledge, specialized knowledge should be online. Now, another thing, when you learn how to work ClickFunnels and all of those, and all of y'all in the program, the stuff that I've learned in these I've spent several $100,000 over the years learning this stuff. I put it in the back office of the program for you all. A lot of you all have not taken the time to look at it, to learn it, to implement it. It's back there. And it can set you free. It can set your life free. It can set your family free if you master it and you implement it. And we're going to get into the messaging, the marketing, and all of that tonight. I'm going to share this with y'all. Now, let's take one business. 24 hours in a day. How many days in a year? 365. 24 hours times 365. That's 8,760 hours. So let's put that in, 8,760. I just put it in. That's just one online business. You working 24 hours a day, 8,760. That's a lot. Now, we all know that the average person works 40 hours a week, 2,000 hours a year, 2,000 hours per year. But now with just one online business, you're putting in 8,760 hours. Everybody on here, and you're putting it in while you sleep. See, I'm going to tell y'all something. This right here, it never gets tired. Never, ever, 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 ever. Okay? This right here, it don't ask for a raise. It don't steal from you. It doesn't pout, complain. It don't catch COVID. It don't catch a cold. It does not ask for a raise. So that's why, and it's going to work 24/7, 365. You can depend on it. So I encourage all of y'all to get that online business, because what we want to do, now we know what time collapsing is. Also, if you partner with someone on something online, that 8,760 hours, now you're doing 4,000 and something hours. So it's very important that we learn about time collapsing. Now, how can we time collapse something? Imagine you know how to cut hair real good. Well, I got a videotape right here that I found in my garage. My first clipper cutting tape. This is over 25 years old, y'all. Over 25 years old, this right here. Now we can put it online. And we know that it'll work 365. See, this same tape right here Now you can put it online and sell it for quadruple. See, we can only get $10 to $20 for this. Online courses, we can get $50, $100, $1,000, or whatever, depending on the information and the problem that it solves. So how can we time collapse? By taking our knowledge, gifts, and talents, taking a cell phone, turn it sideways, and record step by step. Record one step, boom. As long as you got good lighting, this will record like a movie camera. You don't need to hire somebody. Now, take your gifts, talents, specialized skills, and leverage a system like Thinkific, ClickFunnels, Kajabi. There are a lot of systems out there that will house your content, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a PDF file, whether it's a vendor's list, whether it's a video training. Many places will house those. You can leverage those. You can leverage it. I remember when you could leverage YouTube. You could put the video up as unlisted. Unlisted. My first video training that I was selling after the DVD, when the digital hit, because I was not a techie person, I had it up on YouTube unlisted. People would pay me through PayPal. I would copy that link and I'd email it to them. Boom. So you can leverage social media. So we want to leverage these different systems and tools. You want to leverage Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Leverage yourself. The greatest leverage you're going to have is your mouth. All of that specialized information that you got, Dr. Arena Knight, Alante, Miss Sanders, Cecilia, all that knowledge you got, Charles, Covenant Creation Salon, Crystal, all that knowledge you got, Erica, George, Gerard, Glorious, Jane Hilton, been in the industry forever. All that knowledge you got, Javonda, you and your mom, Kay Banks, Karen Morrison, Keith, Kanisha, all of that knowledge you got, Queen King, Kaya, LaJuan Dior, all of the knowledge that God has gifted you all, Lele, Leola, Lisa Wilson, you know you're one of the best instructors in the world. All that knowledge that you got, Malia, who else we got on here? Barbers Bridge, all the knowledge you got, Michelle Barnes, Mrs. Woods, Naomi, Neva, all the knowledge you got, Paris Tran, Raising Lee, Barber, Ramita, all the knowledge that you have, Sheila, Shanita, Tanisha, y'all have all this knowledge, Tracy Williams, Veronica, Victoria, Wendy and Zandra, all the knowledge that you have. You may think that it's worthless and no one cares about it. But let me tell y'all something. Your $1 million is right here. Y'all's $1 million is right here. But some of you all are scared. Some of y'all don't believe in yourself. God is giving you this knowledge. You've been blessed to be around certain people and learn stuff. But a lot of you all scared to get in front of the camera, scared to go on social media, scared of what somebody's going to say about you. Why? I know why. It's from previous programming. We've all been talked about. Going to school, we've been picked on whether we were poor or whatever. I understand it. But you're going to have to break that curse. You're going to have to break that principality. You're going to have to start feeding your promise and starving your problems. It does not matter what you've gone through in life. Doesn't matter what happened to you. I know some of y'all been through divorce, molestation, prison, been talked about. Hell, I've been talked about all my life. My mom was American. My dad is 100% African, Nigerian. My name is Uchindi Obadike Uwandiwani. Can you imagine going to kindergarten, first grade, second grade, all through school with a name like that and a head this big? I can't go to the DR and get some work on this head. It ain't gonna shrink. I can't get the gastric in my head. I wish I could, and it would shrink down, but I can't get that. I can't get the lap band in my head and go get work. So I gotta deal with it. Deal with whatever you got. It doesn't matter what you the cards you was dealt. People gonna talk about you on Instagram. They're gonna talk about you on social media. People shoot at eagles, but they feed pigeons. You gotta start focusing on the prize. Quit worrying about the problems. And the time to do it is now. The best time to have done it was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Some of y'all are wasting time. You're procrastinating. Procrastination is the greatest thief of time. People say the best thing, what's the best thing you ever did? Hell, the best thing I ever did was open the school 24 years ago when everybody said you was crazy. You was going to fail. You can't do this. Hell, that brought me back over 17 million in government money, not including clinic floor, product sales, not even including the real estate that I started buying 24 years ago. You can't, had I listened to what the haters, the naysayers, the negative family members and friends, all the other beauty professionals, had I listened to them, God gave you 2 ears so it could go in one ear and out the other. Who are you listening to? You have to believe in yourself. I don't care what the naysayers say. You got to believe in yourself. And you can't be scared. Start putting out information. Going on you. I don't care if you don't have no money. Put your stuff on YouTube. Share it. Put a link there that they can click and get them on the phone and talk to them. After they watch your video, if you that bad of a teacher, if you that cold at what you do, put it out there. Throw the bait out there. It's over 7 billion people, and some people gonna bite. If you that great, some of y'all on here are so great, and you don't believe in yourself. You sitting back watching everybody else play. You looking at these YouTube videos, Instagram, Facebook, your own Clubhouse, and you see people with less resources, less gifts, less talent, less money, less skills, doing more than you. Why? They're not scared. They're not scared. I'm not scared of the woman or man that has practiced this 10,000 moves. It's got 10,000 different moves. What I'm scared of is the man or woman that has practiced that one move 10,000 times. All you got to know is one thing. I don't know a lot. I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to cut straight hair. I don't know how to do a relaxer, a color. I don't know how to shampoo, condition, use the razor. Y'all have never seen me do any work. Never, ever. And I've been licensed 32 years. Anybody can go to school and take the test and pass it. That don't mean you know how to do all of this stuff. But you know what? I believed in the higher power and I believed in myself. Who gonna open a school that don't have no skills, that don't have no experience, and don't have no money really? And you open a school, no experience, no skills, and when the school gets open, the raggedy school in the hood, you're broke. You got to believe in God. You got to operate out faith in the spirit world. Y'all gonna have to get this in your head to move forward. And whatever it is that you do, share it with the world every day. It's 24 hours in a day, 1,440 minutes in a day. If you could just take 10 of them minutes a day, now you got 1,430 minutes. Just take 10 of them every day and put it on YouTube, put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram, go on club. I don't care if ain't nobody on there. You continue to do it. Well, ain't nobody on there. Nobody's coming on my live. Nobody's paying any attention to me. Put it out there anyway. And you keep putting it out there. And you keep putting it out there. Do it for a year and see what happens. A lot of y'all have planted the seed, but you're not watering it. You don't see anything growing. Hell, for 3 years with that school, I'm going in there every day. And the 3rd year I got accredited and boom. Was it that 3rd year that did it? No. It was from the 1st year, the 2nd year, all of that built up. Abs are not created in one day. No, somebody don't get 600 pounds in one day. It's them daily steps. What are you doing daily towards your goal? And it's not about The money, yeah, money's great. Money's good. Money's not everything, but it's right up there with oxygen. Don't you want to leave a legacy for your children? Don't you want to leave a legacy for your nieces and nephews? You shouldn't be working for yourself, right? I'm working for my family. I'm working for generations to come. What is it that you want? What is your why? Is your mama still living? Your daddy, your uncle, your auntie, your grandmama? Don't you want better for them? Don't you want to give them their flowers now? I'm giving my mama her flowers now. I've been giving her flowers for the past 18 years. Don't you want to retire your loved ones? Don't you want to retire your husband? Don't you want to retire your wife? Think about it. Can you imagine if you retire your loved one and you tell them you don't ever have to work a day in your life again? You can relax. One, they're going to get better health. They're going to look better. They have more time to work on themselves. The number one thing is it's going to remove all the stress. That's the number one thing. You know, my mom is 77. Still get up and drive and go out every day like a young person. You know why? It removed the stress from her. It's very important. And you all can do this. And I'm not just talking about opening up a school. Yeah, y'all got all these other gifts and talents. Famous Amos did cookies. So some of y'all are sitting on acres of diamonds, but you're not doing anything. You're scared. You're worried about what people are going to think. And failure is not final. No just means not right now. And there's no such thing as failing. You fall down, follow your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. But you got to believe in yourself. Leverage the social media. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. We have all of this stuff out here for y'all to leverage. Just get online and start teaching. Just start sharing. I mean, you could get online and make smoothies every day. And you put the banana in there and the different things, and you could wipe off the bottle like that, and then you could blend it up and go like that. Oh, this tastes so good. If you was online every day, consistently making smoothies, different types of smoothies with different fruits and all of that, do you know what's going to happen? People are going to start wanting some of those smoothies. They're going to start wanting the recipe. What you putting in there, what kind of powder mix you putting in there, you could get your own powder mix. They'll buy the recipes. You could have a smoothie. This gets, men, you don't need the blue pill if you drink this smoothie. I'll tell you the concoction. Not only would the men, but ladies will be buying it for their men. Just smoothies, you could become a multi-millionaire. Then you can have a video training how to make the smoothies, what to put in there, what not to put in there. I mean, if you are consistently doing this, then you're going to have celebrities reaching out to you, flying you to their house to make smoothies for them. Just if you talk about that one thing every day and you be consistent, them famous Amos cookies, I wanted some. What I'm telling you, if you continue to do this day in and day out and stick to that one thing, the whole world, when they're interested in it, they will seek you out. I'm telling you. And y'all got social media. See, when I grew up, we had this. You see the VHS, the VCR back there right now. This is what we had, postcards, business cards, and some of y'all won't even go live. You won't even go live. People say, well, Chin, you always going live and stuff. Let me tell y'all something. When I opened my school in 1998, I worked from 7 in the morning to 11 at night every day, 5 days a week. I did that because my school opened at 8 and I had a night class that ended at 10. I didn't have students for a long time, but you know what? I stayed there morning to night. Oh, well, how'd you do that? Heck, look, I was in prison, y'all, working 17 hours a day, hard labor. So when I got out of prison, me doing that was a piece of cake. See, I've been to prison with another man in the jail cell. When he duty, I had to smell that stuff. I had to use the bathroom in front of him, tell you when to wake up, when to go to sleep. So I've been to the bottom. So when I got loose from them bars and came out of the free world with all these lazy people and all that, no, ran circles around them. Cut your drinking, your smoking. You got to cut all that out. There's no time for that. Watching your sports and football, you don't deserve to watch sports. Is your wife retired? Is your mama retired? Do they live in a better neighborhood? Are your kids at a better school? You don't deserve to be watching those. You should be watching the draft. You don't deserve to be watching the playoffs, Golden State and then they playing the Grizzlies. You don't deserve to be watching TV right now. There's no time for that. You should be, look, it was no time for me to be watching that. I had a mama to take care of, y'all. My stepdad had died. I had to help my son. I had to help my family. I didn't have time to play. You don't have time to be planning all of that. It's time for you to be working on your vision, working on your dreams. And I don't care what problems you got. Starve your problems and feed the promise. See, when you starve something, sooner or later it will die. Do not even give that attention. Not a negative word needs to come out of your mouth. Don't you ever call yourself fat again. I'm overcoming a weight gain problem. Don't even tell yourself you broke. I'm overcoming a cash flow problem. The universe hears you. The words that come out of your mouth, the universe hears you. Your conscious mind, subconscious, super subconscious, your subconscious mind and super subconscious minds hears everything. All the words that come out of your mouth. I don't care if you got to lie to yourself. I'm enjoying having a six-pack. I'm enjoying being a multi-millionaire, having schools. Whatever it is that you desire, speak it. Believe it. Even if you don't believe it, still speak it. Because the universe hears you. And it can't decipher whether it's right or wrong, whether you're telling the truth or not telling the truth. So don't let that stuff come out of your mouth. That's very important. Very important. We're going to come on. Now, we haven't even got a 10th through this. This is going to have to linger on and carry on. What tools do you need? I've already shared a lot of the tools that y'all need to leverage this. And a lot of y'all are not getting it when I say leverage different systems. If me and Renee was in a race, just say we was in a race, who would win the race? Think about this. If we race Usain Bolt and Renee race Usain Bolt, who gonna win the race? If Renee leverages, if LaJuan Dior leverages, Jane Hilton, Divas up in St. Louis, if you all leverage a motorcycle, you'll beat Usain Bolt every single time and go faster and farther, exerting less energy, just using your wrist on that motorcycle. See, that's why we have to leverage. If we were going to a fight and Jane Hilton and Tanisha and Tracy and Veronica pulled up in wheelchairs and they're going against these gladiators that's been training for years, who gonna win the fight? Well, if they're in them wheelchairs and they pull out Uzis, they've leveraged an Uzi, a tool, who's gonna win? They're gonna win. See, that's the power of leveraging social media. Never have I seen beauty professionals make so much money online, be broke one day, rich the next day. I've never seen it until this internet, these different systems. I mean, the technology that's out there right now, even with cars, they have cars, you don't even need gas. You can watch your car from your phone. You don't even need a car. I mean, a key for your car. Your phone is the key that starts it up. The car can come to you if it's raining outside. Hell, the car will drive for you, self-drive. You don't even never put on brakes. It'll go last 1,000,000 miles. Does leveraging of this internet, these systems, the tools, the technology, if you're not doing it, you're doing yourself a disservice. And what happens is it gives you an unfair advantage over everybody else. Not about how smart you are, No, you can train and do all that. Come to the fight with that gun. Leverage. You need to be thinking about what tool do they have out there that can give me an unfair advantage where I don't have to do all this work. And people always talk about, well, what about the curriculum and all that? Leverage my ladies. Curriculum's already done. It's already done. I leveraged Miss Velma. She already had all the paperwork, the documents, the trainings. I leveraged her brain and her team to the max. Who are you leveraging? Leverage. Now, how do I use these systems and tools? Even if you don't know how to use them, y'all got all the trainings back there. You have all the trainings, or hey, y'all can pay somebody to do it. You leverage the guy to wash your car, you leverage somebody to cook for you, you leverage the dry cleaners for your clothes, you leverage the lawn guy that cuts the grass. Leverage. So we got to start thinking, who can I leverage? What tools can I leverage? Think about that. Leverage. They got drive-through dry cleaners. They got, even in our neighborhood, you don't even have to go to the dry cleaners. If you drive through here, you'll see people's clothes at their front door. People here, they come and they drop your clothes off at the front door. And it stays there. You don't have to worry about people stealing or whatever. Leverage. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what the new currency is. Do I have some money? Yeah, I got some money. So I'm going to pull some money out. Okay, I got a $100 bill. This $100 bill right here. This is not the new currency. No, it's not. The new currency is attention. Attention on social media. That's the new currency. Attention online. If you get someone's attention, that is the new currency. If you don't open your mouth, if you're not posting, you're not sharing anything, how you gonna get attention? Well, how can I get attention? Well, one, do something real great. Do something different from everybody else. Do something really stupid than everybody else. Do something really funny than everybody else. Well, how would you know how to do all that? Look, I paid all this money to go to a mastermind, and the guy saying the new currency is attention. He pulled out that $100 bill just like I showed y'all, and I'm sitting there taking notes. So I done paid all of this money, thousands of dollars, to come to this private mastermind, catch a flight, pay for hotel, pay for Uber, do all of that for you to tell me the new currency is attention. And then he goes deeper into it. So I'm listening and I'm taking notes. He's saying, be unique, do something different, separate yourself from the pack, be unusual, do something they've never seen before. And he kept going deep. When y'all seen the hair unit flying off, that was currency, that attention. It led to my page, the Man with Unit page. It led to the funnel. The funnel led to them opting in. It led to them taking a quiz or whatever. It led to them being able to pull out their credit card and pay for the class. Why would all of those people? Now, it went to over 50 million people shared that stupid video with that flopping off. I got that from that mastermind because he said attention is the new currency. Now, it went to over 50 million people. It was funny, it was stupid, it was crazy. Nobody had ever seen it before. Everybody's laughing. But guess what? Celebrity Snoop Dogg charges $80,000 per post. $80,000. He posted on his page. I didn't have to pay him nothing. I guess he saw it and thought it was funny or whatever. He posted 30 million people. I only needed 2,000 people to pay $500. Y'all can do the math on that. And that was in one day. I'm telling y'all, attention is the new currency. When I do all of those crazy videos, funny videos, yeah, I get a lot of people cussing me out in my DM, talking crazy. I mean, think about this. A man puts his 77-year-old mama's moo-moo on or whatever, her wig, her bling cat eye glasses with the little fake cubic zirconia diamonds or whatever, compression socks, some Herman the Monster shoes, a knee pad, hand thing, and does a video, and videos, that's gonna stay forever. I'll be 70 years old and that video will still be out there on the internet somewhere. Can you imagine how people talk about me, how they laugh about me? I've been in the airport and people pointing and coming up. But you know what? Who cares? Currency, attention. You could just be bored. And I'm not saying that y'all go to that extreme that I did. I'm not saying that. I'm just letting you know that attention is the new currency. If you can't get their attention, because social media, they going so fast. They scrolling. If the human brain does not see something that the brain is not ordinarily seeing, it quits. Okay, if they see something different, think about it. If they see something totally different, guess what? It's gonna stop. It's gonna stop. But when the brain sees something it's familiar with and all that, it's just gonna keep on going. If we drive it and we see these black and white cows or whatever, and then there's a purple cow or a blue cow, this color right here, you're gonna stop and take pictures, look at it and do all that. So the new currency is attention. How are you gonna get attention for your school? How are you gonna get attention for your school? Do you know how McDonald's became $1 billion company and sold all those burgers? Attention, Ronald McDonald. Think about that. We have to get attention. How are you going to get attention? Do something great, do something funny. So when y'all see me doing those videos, I learned that from a mastermind. Well, I done spent thousands of dollars. Now, a lot of people say, oh, that's stupid or whatever, but I'm telling y'all, I'm just sharing. Now, next thing, how are you going to be different? How are you going to be different? Is it going to be the way you look, the way you dress, what you teach? How are you going to differentiate yourself from everybody else? And whatever you're an expert in, you need to out-educate everyone. Don't let nobody outwork you. You should not let nobody out-educate you in what you're an expert in. I don't care if you're not an expert in it. If you just want to be an expert, look, put out content. No one's going to out-educate me in opening schools. No one. No one in the whole wide world. Go on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Google, everywhere. I don't care if you Paul Mitchell, a Beta, Empire. None of y'all are going to outwork me. None of y'all are going to outpost me. None of y'all are going to out-educate me. I don't care if you're in a little cabin deep in the woods. If you put content out there consistently, the world will seek you out. I'm down here in little Nashville, Tennessee, and I ain't even in Nashville. I'm on the outskirts. I'm in Hendersonville. The world will seek you out. Don't let nobody outdo you in that gift that you got from God or that information that you got. You should be putting it out there. People should be watching your stuff. And when they're ready to learn how to color, when they're ready to go to school, when they're ready to do whatever it is that you do, you're going to be on their mind. You are going to be on their mind. YouTube, social media is going to favor the person that is consistent and continues to puts it out. If you go to YouTube right now, type in how to open a barber school, how to open a cosmetology school, how to open a nail school, you're going to see my big head pop up. You're going to go to bed thinking about me. You're going to go to bed thinking about me. You're going to wake up thinking about me. You're going to be playing. Your wife is going to know me, or if your husband's looking at it, your wife going to know me. If your wife looking at it, the whole house is going to know me. You better put that content out there. Do not let anybody outdo you. In your city, look, Don't let them outdo you. Your state, take over the world just by educating, putting content out there. And what happens is, I don't care if a multi-billion-dollar company start putting out content on how to open schools, they still not gonna catch up, y'all. I got a big head start, and Google, the algorithm, it's gonna work in your favor because you're consistent and you're doing it day in, day out. I'm not saying put 10 videos up a day. It don't take no time to do an organic, authentic video, some content, something. You got everything in your head, and then click a button, upload to YouTube, put a good title on it, a description, put your little link right there, boom, you done for that. That same video, put it on Instagram, Facebook, boom, you done. Be consistent. And you don't need a lot of followers. I was at a conference, this dude had like 3,000 something followers. He does over $1 million a year. You don't need a lot of followers. No, I know people that's got over $1 million followers that I've worked with. And when I started working with them, they had not made any money online. Zero. So zero, yes. If you had 100 followers, if you had 100 people paying $10 a month, that's $1,000 with 100 followers, 100 paying followers. So you don't need a lot of followers. You know, a lot of y'all saying you got all these. No, you do not. Okay, it's 9:01. I've shared quite a bit with y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with this: how to position yourself as an expert. How to position yourself as an expert. Number one, write a book. All a book does is make you look important. That's it. Write a book. That's one. Whatever it is that you do, write a book. If you go to a hair show or anything, you're a stylist, everybody giving out business cards, have your books. That's one way. All right. That makes you look like an expert, even if you don't know anything about it. Oh, such and such wrote a book. Oh, they got so-and-so, so-and-so. Another thing, do videos on one particular thing, day in and day out. Day in, day out, every day, do a video and put it on different social media handles. If you put these videos out every day, just different things, people are going to start seeing you. They're going to start noticing you on that one particular thing. Every day somebody's looking for something. Talk about the problem, then talk about the solution. Talk about the problem, talk about the solution. Give them the solution. We're talking about positioning ourselves as an expert. Have a uniform. Ronald McDonald has a uniform. Superman has a uniform. Wonder Woman has a uniform. Batman has a uniform. Incredible Hulk got a uniform, don't he? He's green with crazy looking hair, them cut off shorts, whatever. What is your uniform? Have a superhero name. What is your superhero name? No one on this live right now can say my name and spell it. Not a one. Because my mom ain't on here and my sister's not on here. Those are the, my brother can't even probably spell my name, but my mom and my sister, only two people. But everybody knows Millionaire Barber. But don't nobody know Uchindi Obadike Uwan. Nobody know. What did you say? Huh? And everybody bust out laughing every time I would say it. So what's your superhero name? Some of y'all have names that people can't even pronounce. You can't even find yourself on Instagram. And that's another thing. You must be findable. Can somebody find you? Can they easily type in and find you? Can they even spell your name? Would they even remember the name? You know, you can tell somebody your name and they're not going to remember it. What's Batman's real name? What's Wonder Woman's real name? Linda Carter. Well, what's Spider-Man's real name? Peter Parker. I told my mama about Sean Carter. She know who Sean Carter was. I said, you know Jay-Z? Oh, yeah, I know who Jay-Z is. So think about that. We're talking about positioning ourselves as the expert. Understand people's problems in a specific area and a specific group of people. You can take a specific group of people and solve their problems, understand their problems, and guess what? You're the expert in that field. You can't be the expert in everything, and that's a problem that we have. We're trying to be an expert in everything. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I do everything. I cut hair, style hair, color. That's not your, that's just devaluing you. You're a flea market now. What do you specialize in? What do you see? When I got my school, I specialized in curly, wavy, kinky hair. I specialized in that. You know why? Because that was all I knew how to do. A lot of times when God blesses you to do a lot of different things, that's a curse. All the rich, successful people that you can think of, they became rich, successful, time freedom, financial freedom off of one thing. Now, they may start doing a plethora of other things, but one thing got them there. Floyd Mayweather, boxing, Serena Williams, tennis, Tiger Woods, golf, Michael Jordan, basketball, TD Jakes, preaching, Kevin Hart, comedians. One thing. Now, I'm not saying they're not doing 1,000 other things, but they did the one thing first. They planted the tree firmly, watered it, and the branches branched off. A lot of y'all trying to branch out and you ain't planted that foundation yet. What is the one thing that you're going to be known for? When somebody says your name, what comes to their mind? See, well, how can I become known for that one thing? I'm glad you asked. By putting it out there consistently, organically on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, putting it out there consistently. Yeah, we all know how to do a lot of stuff. I know how to do a lot of stuff. Yes, I do, but I'm not going to be putting that out there consistently, this, that. Then people, I'm just devaluing myself. You may not even be the expert at it. You may just know a little bit, like the man weave unit. I ain't know nothing about no man weave units, y'all. I did not, but I've been to enough mastermind classes to know how to build a brand that's going to dominate. So that's what I did. Do I know how to do a man weave unit? No. Have I ever done a man weave unit? No. But I consistently talked about it on my man weave unit page. I did that for 6 months straight, educating, empowering, enlightening, entertaining, putting units on, looking crazy, getting in the shower, jumping in the swimming pools, did all kind of stuff, get attention. And I educated, put on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I became the man weave unit man. And what did people start doing? They wanted to buy a course. I can't do a man weave unit. So what did I do? Put my phone on a stick, had somebody come to my house and do a unit. Took that, and guess what? Built a course. Think about that. Think about that. You all can talk about something consistently every single day. Every day you can talk about something consistently. If you bake chocolate chip cookies every day and they were ooey gooey, you eating them, you putting them in the oven, putting the batter in, talking about chocolate chip cookies, these Nestle chocolate chips and all of that. If you did it every day, made different shapes of chocolate chip cookies, put chocolate chip cookies on your, if you did chocolate chip cookies every day, just different things, what's going to happen? People are going to start wanting to know the recipe. They're going to want to start ordering some of them chocolate chip cookies too. Yes, they are. So what is it that you're going to concentrate on? What is it that you're going to be an expert in? We're talking about positioning yourself as the expert. So now with the school, when I did that back in the day, everybody wanted to learn how to cut curly, wavy, kinky hair, they would come there. On the weekends, Sunday, Monday, all the hairstylists would come. A lot of the Caucasians would come. Even a lot of the other races would come too. Why? A lot of them could not cut curly, wavy, kinky hair. I knew how to do that. I didn't know how to do nothing else. So you could take that one thing. How Chick-fil-A get rich? They sell a lot of stuff, don't they? But most people get that chicken sandwich. Burger King, a lot of stuff, but guess what? The Whopper is what took them to the moon. McDonald's, The Big Mac took them to the moon. Now you can have little side stuff. It's like, heck, went to get the iPhone. I didn't just buy an iPhone, Keith, Karen. Look, I bought a case. I even bought a little clear thing to go over it. I bought 2 extra one of these. You know why? Because how many of y'all got extra phone cords in y'all house because you too lazy to take it out of this jack and take it downstairs or put it in the kitchen or the bathroom, whatever. So you just buy 3 or 4 or 5 of them and just have them all around the house for convenience. I bought a battery pack for it, the earplugs, accessories. But the one main thing, how did they get me in there? To get this phone. McDonald's, they'll get you in there for that Big Mac, but you know you're gonna get some fries, get a shake, you get a smoothie. Do you want an enhancer? I don't know if the enhancer is gonna do anything. What is the one thing? So I leave you all with that. I got so much information that I'm gonna be sharing with y'all. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff that I'm gonna be sharing with y'all. So hopefully you all learned some stuff tonight. Anybody got any questions?